Hey YouTube, how's it going? Well, it's gone a long time is what it's going. Yeah. We're talking like 2 months since the last vlog. That's terrible. That is horribly terrible. And it is also a prime example of me being lazy. In addition to the sort of various and sundry other things like feeling sorry for myself and looking down at my leg and seeing part of it gone and so on and so forth. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I have had some quote-unquote fun adventures. The most recent of which involved my computer not functioning. I mean, I think it was last Friday. Here it is Monday, so last Friday, the thing just shut down. Poof, gone. And there was no power failure or anything like that. And basically, several parts of it just gave up the ghost. And I ended up doing something that I had prepared for last year before this whole leg business got started. Because I knew there was trouble, and I knew that eventually I would end up having to do something. And so last year I bought a new motherboard. And I thought I was being slick and fancy and outsmarting Windows by getting a new motherboard that was a brand new copy of the exact same make and model of motherboard that I had in there already. The idea was that by doing that, I would hopefully prevent Windows from seeing too much hardware change and all the stuffy bullcrap that Windows will pull when it sees too much change in the hardware. Because it does. If Windows detects too much hardware change, it decides, hey, I'm not on the same computer I was on before. Yeah, right. Anyway, so last Saturday, I had the fun adventure of laying the computer out and removing the motherboard, installing the new one, and getting everything hooked up to it. You know, transferring the CPU, the enormous amount of not fun involved in getting the CPU cooler mounted. That is a total buttload of not fun, let me tell you. If you've never had to do that, be thankful. Because it's a royal pain in the butt. Yeah. So, got all of that done, got everything hooked up, go to start the computer, and nothing happens. Now, for a guy like me, who basically every single thing I do in the world, it revolves in one way or another, it revolves around having the computer working and connected. Yeah, even if it's just reading, because there's a whole crap ton of stuff online that I read, or watching videos, or making Hermitcraft videos, or whatever, you know? Gotta have the computer. And when you go to start it up and nothing happens, it just, you know, the bottom drops out of your gut. It really does. It's terrible. And trying this and that, and ended up finding out that several of the wires that need to connect to the motherboard, like the ones for the power switch and the hard drive light and stuff like that, they were connected wrong. So that was good. And then when I hit the power switch, the thing came on. But there was nothing on the monitor. it just kind of sat there saying, well, I'm waiting, you know. And after a bunch of trial and error and a bunch of crap, I finally get the monitor to light up and actually work, and that's when I find out the keyboard doesn't work. Yeah, that was special. As in, the keyboard didn't react to anything. The numlock light didn't come on. Nothing. And so I ended up getting a new keyboard and mouse. And instead of going fancy, I just went just simple, pure, bare bones keyboard. It's a Windows keyboard and that's it. No extra fancy stuff at all. I'm not thrilled with the little chiclet keys on the thing, but I can deal with that. So I get the keyboard in there and that works. And that means it's possible to boot up. And this is what I find, well, in getting the monitor to work, I found that the only way to go was to connect the monitor to the VGA output that was built into the motherboard, which normally I don't use. And it's good and bad. It's good in that it worked. It's bad in that I can't get the resolution out of that I could out of the graphics card, which apparently is toast. And I mean, I can get the resolution that I was used to having was 1600 by 900. That's what I've been running a resolution for the last 2 or 3 years. And now the best it can do is 1366 by 768. Not wonderful. Can deal with it, can go with it, but still not wonderful. And then today I find out another oh so joyful discovery. I went to start up Minecraft and I get an error message complaining about OpenGL not working or not being available. In other words, I would have to go hunt around and find OpenGL drivers for the motherboard's built-in graphics. I don't want to do that. I really don't want to do that. Because I'm hoping to do something else. I have another graphics card. A GTX 1050 Ti. Which ought to do very nicely. Of course, I didn't install that one because when I looked at it, it had Windows 10 written on the box. And I thought, what the heck is this? You tell me it's got to have Windows 10, so I didn't put it in. I should have put it in. Because as I found out recently, as in a little earlier today, it'll work with Windows 7 just fine. It's just that it's Windows 10 ready. So now I need to change out the graphics card. Not a big deal. And then there's another part that's going to be so fun. Because as I was mentioning earlier, there is the question of all the hardware change. All the hardware change, Windows doesn't like the difference. Or rather, it has detected all that difference. And it's now telling me that I have 3 days to activate Windows. Yeah. That's just going to be a whole buttload of fun. And that means that I need to locate among the many DVDs that I have in the other room piled up. Which one is my Windows 7 install DVD? Because with that DVD, there is the all-important registration key needed to activate Windows. Well, what can I say? It's been years since I put that in, and I haven't had to use it for, I built this machine in 2014. I haven't had to use it since then. So, yeah, that's a lot of fun. So I get to dig that up and get that sucker installed, get Windows to decide that it's a legit copy and that everything is fine. I mean, it is. It's the very same installation as it was before, it's just that I changed a bunch of hardware. Yeah, couldn't help that. So anyway, that's what's going on right now. I can't run Minecraft because it can't find the necessary OpenGL stuff, which I'm sure once the replacement video card is in place, it will not have a problem finding OpenGL stuff, because that's part of the installation. And then I'll be able to get my preferred resolution back and so forth. But, yeah, in the meantime, spinning my wheels again. Now, I know there's this whole month and a half, 2 months long time where I hadn't done any vlogs. I need to get myself back into a habit, and part of that is going to be every time I do a game video to do a vlog, partly to announce the game video and partly to just get back in the habit of doing vlogs on a regular, semi-regular basis. Yeah? So, I'm going to be working on that. A little bit more hardware work and so on the computer yet to do, and then of course there's the find the disk and find my registration code for Windows 7 and get all that activated so that my computer will stop giving me problems. Yeah. It's a little bit of a road, but there is a positive end in sight. Meanwhile, I think I've probably been talking too much, so thanks for watching. Take it easy. I am out of here.
Mr. TinFoilChef.